Welcome to this recording from the Bristol School of Tai Chi. For further information, contact the school on www.bristoltaichi.com.
Hi Ben, for today's session I was wondering if we could go through an exercise that we use in class a lot called standing. I was wondering if you could give us a bit more detail about how we should do it and what's the use of it.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Liza. Perhaps you could go through the exercise now and I could talk you through the exercise, and that will be useful to people who are listening to this, who are also in the class, and perhaps they could follow through while they're listening to this. And even if you're not part of the Bristol School of Tai Chi and you're not coming to classes, this might serve as an interesting introduction to one of the fundamental exercises that we teach in the school called standing post or standing meditation. So if you'd like to jump up, Liza,
Okay.
and I'll take you through
Right.
this exercise.
Great.
So first thing you need to do is to put your feet together and stand up nice and tall and lift up to the top of your head, standing straight. Lots of people driving a car, sitting at the computer, are slightly hunched for perhaps quite long periods of time. And so it's important that for this exercise, we resist that temptation to hunch over and stand up as you're doing to your full height. Keep your shoulders level, keep your hips level. Look straight ahead into the distance and keep your chin level so you're not looking downwards and your chin's not dropped downwards. Relax all over your body and relax your spine. The next step is to lower your body weight down by bending your knees, not by hunching down, but by sinking down. So go ahead and do that. That's great. So your knees are level, your hips are level, and your shoulders are level. And you'll notice at this point, you're putting some of your weight and some of your concentration down to your feet. The next stage we call empty full. So if you'd like to lift up one heel onto toe, so your weight is on the standing leg with a full leg, and your empty leg is now on tiptoe. And then step across without moving your head, and then shift your weight with your feet shoulder wide and your feet pointing forwards. And now that's the first primary position. You're sunk down, your feet are parallel, your back is straight, your head is up, your shoulders and hips are level. And you relax all over, relax all the joints, and concentrate your weight and energy down into the soles of your feet.
So when I'm standing up, do I need to make sure I'm not leaning forward or back?
Yeah, if you can try and keep your weight 50-50 on your feet from toe to heel and 50-50 from left side to right side, and try to avoid any sort of swaying because that might make you feel a bit dizzy. You want to try and keep still, but at the same time not rigid, so you keep your body as relaxed as possible, but your body should be still, not to introduce any artificial or extra movements.
I'm surprised it does take quite a lot of concentration. I am focusing a lot, and standing up really straight does feel, does take a little bit of my concentration. So I'm not rounding my shoulders.
Yeah, and it takes a little bit of work from your quads to hold that position, from your thighs.
Okay.
And most people, when they first start this exercise in a class, we might do this exercise for 5 minutes or 6 minutes. And some people find initially that their legs are quite tight or that their quads are not strong enough to support their upper body. Now, of course, that problem will go away over time, but like anything, you need to practice in order for that to be achieved. Now, we've got one more thing to do before we're truly into this exercise, and that is to raise your hands up slowly. So once your weight is fully sunk and your concentration is fully sunk, then you bring your hands up. That's perfect. Bring your hands up to midsection with your fingertips pointing at one another. The fingertips probably 5 or 6 centimeters apart, so the two hands are apart, and the palms are very, very slightly angled upwards, and the elbows very slightly away from the sides of the body. And that way you can relax shoulder, neck, back, and you can keep a reasonable and comfortable rounded shape out into your fingers, with your energy extended and your concentration extended right out to your fingertips.
So it's a bit like I'm holding a basketball, say, in front of me?
Yeah, or holding something fairly light,
Something lighter than
close
that.
to your body, so it feels comfortable and it feels natural. Now, in this position now, with your mouth closed and your teeth apart, and you're breathing through your nose and you're breathing deeply into your abdomen, you should be able to stand and remain focused for some period of time. Typically in the class, we start with 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then we build up maybe 1 or 2 minutes each week in order to increase the intensity and the duration of the exercise. Remember, the exercise is working on 3 levels. Physically, you're holding this position, and physically you're developing the strength in your lower body and the legs. But also it's working in terms of your meditation and your focus, your mindfulness. Your concentration is down to the soles of your feet. Your mind is focused internally into your body. And so your mind is going into a deeper and deeper state of quietness and peace and meditation. And the third area is relaxation. You're entering a deep state of calm and relaxation in the joints, and the tension is coming off. The tension's coming off your shoulders, off of your back. Whilst you do the exercise, you need to keep a conscious thought working around your body, looking for tension. It's too late once your body's stiff and tense. You need to find the tension. You need to work from joint to joint carefully and keep relaxing and keep a natural feeling in the joints.
Okay, so as I'm standing, I'm looking around and I can feel a little bit of tension in one elbow. So is it good for just try and imagine that disappearing and dissipating as I stand?
Yeah, there's a couple of things you can do if you do find a pocket of tension. You can move slightly. There's no rules to say you can't move. You can move a little bit and that might help alleviate the tension. But simply working with your mind and concentrating on that area of the body and learning how to relax, perhaps not in one session, but subsequent sessions. So each time that you practice this exercise, you'll get more and more efficient and quick and able to notice where the blockages are and where the tension is and move away from that through doing this exercise.
So I'm going to get fitter each time I do the exercise. I'm building up on my ability to do it. Is that right?
Yes, and you're going to get fitter physically, and you're going to build up and become fitter in terms of your mental focus and in terms of your energetic focus in the body.
That's great. I already, even though I've been here for just a very short time, I do feel a lot calmer. And I presume that's one of the main points of that.
Yeah, lots of people, when they first think about doing Tai Chi, lots of people come to it from a point of view of having a busy life and looking at ways to deal with stress. It's a very common issue, and lots of people, their first instinct is, what can Tai Chi do for my stress levels? And certainly this is one of the exercises, a profound exercise, a form of meditation and a form of exercise and a form of relaxation, which will help to not only deal with stress, but how to build up a positive set of tools to stopping that sort of stress becoming paramount.
Okay, that sounds really great. I'm just wondering, when I come to the end of wanting to stand at the exercise, should I come out the exercise slowly and just rest for a second, or should I just walk off?
Yeah, it's best to finish the exercise reasonably slowly. So let's have a go at that now. So assuming you've been standing for a good length of time and your focus is nice and low down into your feet, if you'd like to first bring your hands downwards and take 10-15 seconds to do that, gradually lower your hands down. Keep the weight and keep the energy down in your legs so you can feel your legs still working for 1 or 2 moments. Keep your head up. Open your eyes if you've had your eyes fully closed, and start to bring yourself upwards on your legs and lift a little bit. And then when you're ready, bring your foot in. Now, if you've been standing for a fairly long period of time, it might be useful at this point then just to simply move your legs around just a little bit on the spot, walk on the spot, maybe shake your hands gently and make sure that you feel comfortable and ready to go back into whatever you're going to do for that day.
That's great. Thanks a lot, Ben. I look forward to doing some more standing.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to this recording from the Bristol School of Tai Chi.